The Pittsburgh Steelers just signed a massive weapon, and this is yet another veteran with size. He's been added to this already deep stable of tight ends that you guys have. He is 6'8", and the player I'm talking about is Donald Parham Jr. Just an absolutely massive person joining this offense. One of the tallest players in the NFL. And he's even taller than Steelers tight end Darnell Washington, if that's at all possible. And the guy's really provided some nice production for the Chargers, and now he's coming to Pittsburgh. What's up? This is Sports Talk Steelers. I'm your host, Sean. Hey, this is a new channel, really getting it off the ground. I will be here for you for daily Pittsburgh Steelers news. So if you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button. Would love to have you. So talking about this being a relevant signing, and typically we already have a lot of tight ends on this team, but it's relevant due to what Arthur Smith likes to run. The Steelers on last season under this offensive coordinator, they used 3 and 4 tight end sets more than any other team in the NFL. Now, whether Smith should be doing that is another conversation. But needless to say, the wide receiver position definitely needs to be addressed big time, and we'll talk about that. But Parham, he had his best season in 2023. He had 285 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns in 14 games with the Chargers. So let's kind of dig in a little more about him. This is a guy that's appeared in 47 NFL games, and I'm going to pick up this profile on Steelers Depot. Check it out in its entirety. But the guy's appeared in 47 games, 23 starts, and this is since actually entering the NFL as an undrafted free agent in 2019. Spent all last season on the Denver Broncos practice squad, didn't appear in a regular season game in 2024. But all of Parham's relevant pro action, it came with the LA Chargers between 2020 and 23. So during that time, we're looking at 67 catches for 764 yards, 11 touchdowns, and that's also in addition to a touchdown reception in his lone career playoff game. This guy's a veteran, so underrated his whole career, and he came out of Stetson in the 2019 NFL draft as well. Started his career with the Lions, Washington Commanders, just couldn't stick with a team past the 2019 season. So what did he do? He went to the XFL. He played for the Arlington Renegades. That's where he had a really huge year. And for the most part, that big year is what got him back into the NFL. So in 2020, we're looking at a really good season for the Renegades. He was making a huge statement in the first 5 games, 24 catches for 307 yards, 4 touchdowns. But then guess what happened in 2020? COVID hit. Shut the season completely down, but it was enough for the Chargers to take notice. And from an interview of Parham, literally the week after the XFL shut down because of COVID, they called me up, or they called my agent up, and they were like, hey, come on out. The rest is history. So he ended up signing a contract with the Chargers, spent the next 4 seasons with the team, and once again, over those 4 seasons, 764 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 74 receptions. And he's joining a position group, the Steelers, that features starter Pat Freiermuth, 6'7", Darnell Washington. He's an inch shorter. Veteran Nicole Pruitt, and halfback, kind of fullback hybrid player Connor Hayward. Pruitt's a pending free agent, so likely Parham's joining the team to take his spot. I don't really see them signing him, but we're yet to see for sure on that. But Parham isn't going to start. Freiermuth is still your starter, and he rightfully should be. But this is just a big-bodied wide receiver / tight end type. He's going to catch a lot of touchdowns if you use him in the end zone. And I just think he really fleshes out this pass-catching crew. Not an amazing signing, but every little bit helps. And I think he's going to fit in really nicely with your squad. And once again, what we really need to do for this offense is to get some wide receivers in the room. We're talking about a lot of guys available via free agency, T. Higgins, Cooper Kupp. I don't think those guys are really the right choices. I'll be going through some more within the next couple days. And also, I think there's a really underrated guy that most people are talking about. Roman Wilson from U of M championship at U of M. He came onto the team last year and never really stuck because of injuries. I think you have a really underrated solution at receiver already on the team. We just need to get a number 2 in. And also, Calvin Austin, he had kind of a breakout year for you guys, but he is probably better served to be the number 3 or number 4 receiver. Getting a good free agent in like Christian Kirk, I think he'd be a perfect fit. So we'll talk about this during the week. Thanks for being here, and we'll talk soon. See ya.